So there's layups. We've got ourselves warmed up. What's next?
Next, we're going to work on our shooting, and we're going to do a couple of form drills that we do with the Deakin Melbourne Boomers. So if we take the camera over to Ezzy here, we'll see that she holds her hand underneath the basketball, and the coloured ball gives you a great idea of how the ball should move. So Ezzy has the seams of the ball, the green seams horizontal, and when she shoots the ball, she wants to rotate them horizontally. So when Ezzy turns the ball around, she's trying to shoot the ball, and if we can get that on camera, the seams rotate perfectly horizontally. And if we're doing that, just go again, Ezzy, the ball is coming out of the middle of our hand, which is what we're really trying to get correct. So take your time and do some form drills. Now sometimes, and as you can turn the other way, what will happen is that our left hand or our guide hand will put side spin onto the ball. So as he takes the ball up to shoot it, and if her thumb tends to flick the ball, that can put side spin on the ball. And a good little trick is when you're doing your form shooting, you can put a coin in between your thumb and finger to pinch them together so the thumb doesn't flick, or else you can just take your thumb off the ball and practice with the pads of your fingers on the ball and now rotate the seams again. And Ezzy's after that horizontal spin of the ball. So we call that rotate the seams. And we would encourage all players to practice that every day so you learn to shoot the ball with perfect rotation out of the middle of your hand.
So that's something you can do even if you don't have a hoop at home. You can literally do
Correct,
it in the backyard, you can do it sitting on the couch,
so you can
do it
annoy
anywhere.
mum and dad, you can sit on the couch or everyone's in lockdown and just get your ball and do 50, 100 shots at a time and aim for that perfect rotation, because it's such a crucial step to becoming a good shooter.
If you do have a hoop in the backyard, how do you take this and take it to the next level and use the hoop?
Yeah, sure, okay. So what we would do is we would start Ezzy with a hand underneath the ball, because we want to get the ball placed in the middle of our hand, and she would just turn the ball up to a normal shooting position and then shoot it, and then get some feedback from someone or get your camera to film you and see that the basketball is actually rotating horizontally. Because when Ezzy shoots the ball, she should be looking at her target. And we would recommend for most young players that they look at the back of the ring, and there she's got great rotation. So that's how we would start. And then the second part of the drill is she would turn the ball up, and then after she's turned the ball up, then she would add her guide hand and then shoot the shot, and making sure that our guide hand does not interfere with the rotation of the seams.
How many of these drills do the good players do?
Well, the Deakin Melbourne Boomers every day do this drill at our practice sessions. So we'll spend maybe 5 minutes or so just doing that, and even for professional players, they come in at the start of the practice and they do this drill, and they gradually work their way out. And you can do the drill all the way back to the three-point line. So when we're trying to develop someone's three-point shooting, we'll start them, go back a step, go back a step, go back a step till they can do one-handed, rotate the seam shooting all the way from the three-point line.
And if there's two of you in the backyard, you can have a game.
You have a game, how many in a row, or how many times you can rotate seams perfectly.
Cool.
Okay. After we've worked at our shooting form, we're going to play a game called Shooting Ace. And there are 5 spots on the floor. So there is the baseline, there is the angle, which we call 45, there is the angle straight onto the basket, 45 on the opposite side, baseline on the other side. So we've got 5 spots that we're practicing from. So Ezzy's job is to start on the baseline, and she's trying to rotate the seams correctly, but really she's just practicing her game shooting now. So Ezzy will shoot the shot, and she'll rebound her own shot, and she'll go back to the same spot. Now, once she makes the shot, she'll move to the next spot. Now, because Ezzy's obviously a pretty advanced player, she'll hopefully move around 5 spots very quickly. If you're a younger player or a beginning player, you'll need more attempts at every spot. So what we're going to do for Ezzy in this drill called Shooting Ace is that she's got 10 attempts to make every spot. So let's go back to the beginning, Ez. Find a comfortable shooting range and go. Pressure on now. Good. Next spot, 45. one, so we get some gain pressure on the drill. Straight on position. Spots to go. One spot left, needs one more. Okay. And great job by Ezzy, she's not warm, so she did really well in that drill. Now we're going to introduce Maddie. And Maddie does the same spots, and we're going to make it a little bit harder for her. So if you're a beginning or a younger player, you might, to make one shot, you might give yourself 3 attempts or 4 attempts, but gradually get better. Now the next level of our shooting ace drill is that Maddie has to make 2 in a row. And because Maddie's a very good shooter, she's not warm, so we'll take that into account, but she has to make 2 in a row, and she gets 4 attempts to make 2 in a row. Ready, Maddie?
Cut that one.
Right on position. Last one. He's doing great. And end of the drill. So great job by Maddie. She's cold, so she's done really well. The last level of progression is you would make 3 in a row, and you would have 6 attempts to get 3 in a row. Now, of course, you can modify these numbers if you're a younger shooter, and you may be in a little bit closer than what these girls were here as well. Right, but the idea is not to strain, is as best as you can, use good shooting form, and then make the drill more challenging as you go along. Now, what happens if you don't make a spot? You just move to the next spot, and you might finish with, say, 4 completed spots out of 5 or 3 out of 5, but you practice every day and you get a little bit better.
Hey guys, it's Kayla George here. I hope you've enjoyed the last video. Stay tuned for more videos. Make sure you're following us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, and make sure you subscribe to the newsletter to stay on top of all things Boomers. Boomer, bim!